Hey, 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 everybody. Welcome to Shawnee Talks Lifestyle. I know you're excited because I'm excited too. And I cannot wait to talk to you today on Transformation Tuesday. Now, I have an amazing lady with us on today. She is actually somebody I just watch her every day on her Instagram. I know y'all Facebook people, but I think she's on Facebook too. And you can watch her there as well. But really quick, I want to give an introduction for her. But before I do, we'll be right back after these commercials. All right. So as you saw, we are going to be having an amazing guest today, Latanya Pratt. Yes, Mrs. Pratt. She is the owner of Glam and Grace Personal Styling. She's a pastor's wife. She's a boy mama of three. She's a human resource professional and genuine encourager. And the word I want you to take from this is she is an encourager, and that's for real. Okay. With a heavy dose of sass. Without further ado, I'm going to introduce my awesome influencer, Latanya. Hey, girl.
Hi, thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. Can you do me a favor and just greet everybody?
Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Latanya, and I am way too excited to be able to spend this time with you. And I pray that ultimately you leave here feeling a little more sassy, but encouraged to go out and do and be whoever and whatever God has called you to be. So that's my heart behind it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, everybody knows this is the lunchtime, so I know I got my little stragglers that come in, but all of you people that catch this on the replay, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so we want to get into this, and we want to start with a question just to kind of get everybody to get to know you a little bit. So can you tell us a little bit about your family and your transition into social media?
So I met my husband in college, and we've been married, I think 13 years or 14, somewhere around there. It's just been so fantastic. I don't know. But I have three little boys. I have a 5-year-old. He'll be 5 tomorrow, actually. And I have a 7-year-old who just turned 7 2 weeks ago. And then I have an 8-year-old. He'll be 9 in March. All boys, and I am that mom. Like, they play football and I am running the sidelines with them. I have my cowbell. I am that mom. And so I remember having baby Crew. He was the third one. And I felt like I'd lost myself because I am in HR and I am a pastor's wife. So I do things at the church, I do things at work, but I didn't do anything just for me. And then I started feeling like I was just dressing like that mama of 3 boys that was tired and worn. And I started to feel like that was the mama that was tired and worn. And I said, you know what? I'm going to start taking care of myself. I'm just going to wake up a little bit earlier and I'm going to pick out my outfits and I'm going to put on makeup every day. And that's it. And then next thing I knew, I created a whole monster. I started just shopping, putting on makeup, doing all the things, and then encouraging my friends to do so. And then I decided to launch an Instagram and a personal styling business because I took some classes to become a registered personal stylist and find colors that look great on people and styles that look great on people. And I wanted to share it with every single woman that I met, because I do truly believe that when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you are confident enough to go out and do good and change the world around you. And I feel like God called us here to do that, change the world around us. And so next thing I knew, I started that. I didn't have enough time to do that. I started doing Instagram. And now I have friends all over the world that I get to share this goodness with, share joy and fashion inspiration and encouragement. So that's kind of how I launched into that.
I love it. I think every mom and maybe even a single person could relate. I know I've had several of those moments where I'm lounging around and it's just like blah, whatever. And to just, like you just said, if you just kind of make it a priority to get ready every day, regardless, especially during this type of time. So the question is there something that has excited you during this pandemic time of making that extra effort? Because you ain't going nowhere.
The pandemic Hey, it has been hard. The pandemic has been hard. And my biggest thing is, why would I buy clothes to sit inside? And so then I decided, well, let me just change what I'm purchasing. So I began to purchase some loungewear that was comfortable, but just in case I had to run to the grocery store, I could just throw on like a faux leather jacket or something and make myself look a little bit better. But I really invested in my loungewear. And I also noticed that it feels better to go to bed in actual pajamas that were made to sleep in, like not just some t-shirt that you had from track of 2002 back when I was running track in college. It feels good to go to bed in true pajamas. And I think that sometimes we take for granted how we feel about ourselves goes into how we look. So when you take time for yourself, you begin to feel better about yourself, and you expect others to treat you better because of how you feel.
Definitely. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how people treat people based on how they dress.
Yes.
I think that happens.
What happens to all of us, because I'm in HR. So I'm a director of HR at Consumer Affairs. So think about how you meet someone for the very first time and they're applying for a job. If they come in and they look like someone you don't want to represent your company, you don't even hear the words coming out of their mouth. And I believe it takes 7 seconds. 7 seconds. 7 seconds. That's what that was. For me to look at you and decide if I think you're worthy of my time. And that's before you open your mouth to say a word. So first we look at you, then we look at your mannerisms, and then we hear what you have to say. But so many times we're already distracted by the first two that we don't even hear what you've said. And that kind of hinders us when it comes to A, getting a job, 2, building relationships. But 3, I truly believe that the heart of being successful is having strong, successful relationships, because networking is what gets you to the next level. And if you can't build a relationship because there's a distraction or a guard up based off of your appearance, I think that truly limits how far you can go, whether that's in the working world or that's just in some of these side projects that you want to do on your own. Even in ministry, we're attracted to people that value excellence.
Definitely. I think you brought up some really good points, and that's empowering in itself, because, now we're in the season where appearance is even more everything, because now I'm assuming that they're doing virtual interviews. Is that right?
We are. We're doing virtual interview. Anything that you were doing before outside of the home, we are doing it inside of the home or inside of a screen, a Zoom screen. And so it's all the more important to show up even as your best self. Even I think about myself as I'm in rooms now where not only am I the only woman, but I am the only African American woman. And I have to put my best face forward. I'm talking to you about a budget, or I'm talking to you about changing a process. You need to understand that I know my stuff. And I feel like if I look put together, you automatically assume that the information I'm going to provide for you is put together as well. You're going to assume that I can take control of a project and keep it organized and put together. So now more than ever, we still need to show up with our best face forward.
I love it. I love it. Now, look, I haven't been on her Amazon store in a while. I know she has an Amazon store. If you guys are checking out, she also has her own website. It's glamandgracestyling.com. And I don't know if she has this section, but I'm going to put it out there anyway. Do you have a section for women, professional women who are looking to be, make that statement on Zooms and make that statement in the virtual world? Maybe a little shopping section that we can have, where we can go ahead and.
So I do on my like to know it account. I do. But what I need to do is probably write an actual blog post on that, because I've heard a lot of people asking, what do I wear to work in this time of virtual work from home? Yeah. And it's really good. I think you've inspired my next blog post. Thank you.
All right. So make sure you guys look out for that, because this is what she's doing every day. She's empowering you to be your best self. And I definitely want you to go connect with her, go check her out. She's on all platforms. And like she was saying, this is going to make or break the way someone sees you. We were having our own conversation on the sidelines one time, talking about your first voice. Before people even hear your voice, they look at you and they make a decision. Like she said 7 seconds. She gave it to you right here. 7 seconds, they're going to decide, am I going to pay attention to you or am I not? Is something in your teeth? I don't know. The lipstick,
Right.
whatever's going on. Yeah, if it's not right, then I don't know. If they're going to listen to you, or even for the males, same thing. If you're not looking together and all of that. Now, I know you also serve in ministry and all those types of things. Do you have anything that you're doing in ministry along with what you're doing with Glam and Grace Styling that's empowering women as well?
So it's funny you say that. I read a book by, it was called Love Does, and it was by Bob Goff. And I think at first I used to kind of feel like my husband was in ministry because he worked at a church, because he was a pastor, he could marry people. And I was just a volunteer in ministry. But I've always had a passion for women's ministry. And when I say women's ministry, I don't mean white candles, white sheets, and just, the beauty of it. I mean ministry where we are empowering women to go out into their world and make a difference. Because women can put a different spin on anything, whether it's in the workplace, whether it's in our home. You give a woman something, she is going to make it better. Give her an apple, she's going to give you apple pie. Give her a house, she's going to turn it into a home. So whatever you give her, she's going to make it better. And we're going to add our nurturing spin to it. We're going to add our own experiences to it. And so I realized Instagram is a ministry. So if you were to just stop by and say hi to me, which I hope you do, you're going to get a dose of fashion. And I use fashion to attract people because we are attracted to excellence. We're attracted to pretty things and beautiful things. So I'm wearing a sequin sweater. You're going to be distracted and be like, let me see what this girl is about. And then you stay a little bit longer and you leave with encouragement. And so that's what Glam and Grace Styling is too. It is a ministry. I want you to come. And if you look on my page, I will tell you my mission is to inspire, educate, and empower women to be all that God has called them to be. And that is what my whole heart is in life. And so doing ministry is when I'm at work. When I see a woman at work, I am empowering her. I am inspiring her. I am encouraging her. When I'm on my Instagram, I'm doing the same thing. When I'm walking around church, I'm doing the same thing. When I am in the mall, my husband literally has to say, please don't tell that lady you like her outfit. Like, please don't get it. He's an introvert. I'm like, girl, you look so cute. Call me. Let's be friends. That's what I do. And I think that's my heart. Now, the part that gets a little edgy is I also want to encourage you that you have your own mission that God has given. And so a lot of times I will see you doing this show and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I want to be just like you. Well, God has given you the gift and the grace for this because you are like technology queen. You are organized. You have put this together and there is no way I would be able to do anything at caliber because I'm not you and it's not in my giftings. You do it well. So instead of me trying to do this, I'm just going to partner with you. I'm going to be like, y'all go watch my girl Shoni Talks Lifestyle. Y'all go tune in because I can't do it. But then on the flip side, God has gifted me with things and I need to tune in to what it is that God has gifted me to do and be and make that perfect and perfect those skills. But then I don't get to stop there. I have to encourage other women in my life. I have to support other women in my life as they're doing their things. And then don't forget that once I've learned something, it is my duty to go out and find someone else that's trying to do the same thing and help them do it. We are not in competition.
No.
There is room at the table for every single one of us. And the table looks different. I have gold silverware. You might have diamond crusted silverware, but there's room at the table for all of us. There's no room for us to be jealous. There's no room for us to compete. There's only room for encouragement, inspiration, and pulling someone else up alongside of us. And if they go above us and beyond us, that's great, because all that means is they're clearing paths for us to walk through as well.
Come on.
And you're a part of success. So don't ever forget that. I think as women, sometimes we do see someone else doing something and we either feel like there's no room for me. Imagine if Beyonce said, well, Whitney Houston is already the best singer of all time.
Right? Yeah, you're right.
Beyonce is amazing. She is amazing. You know, but they all have different styles and they all bring something different to the table. And there is room for both. So don't forget that.
Yeah, and think about it this way too. If we didn't have everybody branching out and doing the thing they remember, you only get a part. God gives everybody a little dash of something, whatever your dash of something is. We wouldn't even have a great thing to call a resource. You need resources. You need many resources. Yeah, everybody can't be everybody, but the thing is, somebody likes it the way you do it. You know, one of the things I like about you, and I watch this every day, and those who go on Instagram, go check her out. I love her stories. I don't even know how the stories are doing, but I love the stories that she posts. And she always does this thing called porch conversation, and she cracked me up because she go, I'm sitting in my chair and I got my ladder behind me, you know, out in the garage. She's cracking me up. But what she doesn't know is one of the things I love, and I'm not from the South, but my family is from the South. And I always said, I just love a porch. Just something about a porch. Have your rocking chair with your lemonade. I don't know. It's just something about it.
I feel like I love porch because I feel like one thing that's missing in our society now is connection. And it's crazy because we have FaceTime, we have cell phones that you can take with you. We have Instagram, we have Facebook, but that's a false connection.
Yeah.
If you talk to me on Instagram or you follow me on Instagram, you know what I let you know.
Right.
You know what I allow you to be a part of. You get to see the pieces that I present to you. And notice that I said present, because whenever you make a presentation, you make sure that your presentation is pretty. If I'm giving you a gift, I wrap it up. I might go to Dillard's and let them wrap it for me. But connection on a porch to me is just like everyone is outside. The children are playing in the street. You're comfortable. You're in community.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, come have a seat and open up and share with me something that you haven't shared with someone else. And that's why I love porch conversations, because most of the time that's when I'm talking to you about what God is dealing with me on, which might be an issue of feeling less than and unworthy, or I got a little sassy and an attitude with somebody at the church. I needed to talk about it. And I need forgiveness, and I need y'all to tell me how to handle them now. That's what porch conversations are. And every time I share a porch conversation, I connect with someone, because I was just telling you that we admire people because of their success, but we connect with people because of their weaknesses and because of their hurts and because of their challenges. That's when we truly connect with someone. All we're looking for is someone who is like us.
Right.
Because I'll look at you and I truly believe your life is perfect. But if you were to share something with me like, hey girl, my life is great because God is in it and life is good. And the fact that we're breathing right now is a mere miracle.
Right.
But I also want you to know, every once in a while, those little boys make me want to beat their behind.
They're so cute.
I'm a little they're so cute. But they truly make me want to whoop that behind. You're like, girl, me too. Me too. And we connect. And I think that the world needs way more connection. True, intimate, real, authentic connection.
Yes, that'll preach. Let me tell you. And guess what? If you haven't gotten connection, you're going to get it now, because they're making sure you get it. Because this corona right here, it's going to make you stay in the house, going to make you connect, make you, some of y'all, with y'all, like me in virtual school, bless these teachers. and all this stuff. Yeah, so you're gonna connect whether you want to connect or not. Now that's what I love about her. So you guys got to really go support what she's doing. I just love you. So the last thing I want people to, oh, thank you. So the last thing I want people to know, and you did this post, it was a long time ago, and maybe you could just give us 3 tips on, you know, if we're looking in our closet and we're like, I don't have nothing to wear, I don't even know how to do this. What can we do?
So one thing about every woman in the world that I truly believe, anytime an event comes up and she's going to see somebody from her past, or she is trying to influence and impress someone in her future, she goes into that closet and she goes, oh my goodness, I have nothing to wear. And that's a lie, because you got a closet full of clothes. You have something to wear. So one thing I would say is to always invest in good basics. And if you were to go to my Instagram account, I literally have given you a list of wardrobe basics that you need. So you can just check them off. But feel free to reach out to me and ask me like, hey, is this a basic? Where do I get good basics from? Because I believe in having good basics. So one, get your wardrobe essentials list and check those off. And that includes a good button up, a good t-shirt, a good long sleeve t-shirt, and some good sweaters, denim, black pants, leggings. Invest in those. And investing sounds different and looks different for everyone. To some people, they're good at going into a TJ Maxx and feeling and identifying quality. Some people are like, I am a Bloomingdale's girl. My basics need to come from Bloomingdale's. And then some of us are a mixture of both, and that's great. And I hope you also understand that Target, do not sleep on the Target, honey. You can get great you can get great basics from there. So invest in good basics. If you know what colors look great on you, and if you send me a DM, I can also send you a list of colors that look great on you based off of your profile. But find colors that look great on you, find those neutrals, invest in basics, and invest in basics in a neutral. So then after that, I would say look at what you love, like style. So I would go on to Pinterest and I would just look up women's fashion. That's it. And then pin outfits that you think look great. Like, I love this, I love this, I love this, I love this. And then decide why you love it. Do you love it because it's regal and classic? Do you love it because it's bohemian and trendy and wild? Do you like it because it's classic with a little bit of shimmer? Figure that out and then try to redo that outfit somehow with what you already have in your closet. And then basically I would teach you how to take a basic outfit and elevate it. So number one, you get your basics, a t-shirt and denim. That's your basic. And then number one is create a shape. And you do that by either A, tucking the shirt in. And whenever you have a tuck, it gives you a waist. When you have a waist, it balances out your body. So one, create a waist. Two, add a layer. So I would add a jacket or add a vest, add a scarf. That's adding a layer. Three, provide a pop of color somehow. When you add a pop of color or a pop of print even, you add to that. So say I have on a t-shirt, I put on a blazer. Well, if I'm wearing all black denim and a black t-shirt, I might put on a blazer that's white for a pop of color, or I'll put on a houndstooth blazer for a pop of print. So I've tucked it in to create that shape. I've added a layer. I've added a pop of something, print or anything like that. And then I add an accessory, whether that's like my shimmery earrings that I have on now, or a red lip, or a hat, or my bangles that I can't live without. Add an accessory, and it's that simple. Create a shape, pop of color, third layer, add an accessory, have a good time, sashay out the door.
I love it. I love it. All right. So look, if y'all a little slow and you're like, I can't type that fast, don't type that fast. Go ahead and go over to her Instagram. It's all there.
Yes.
With a wardrobe essentials list at Glam and Grace Styling on Instagram. Go follow her. Go check her out. She's a wonderful resource to have. And I'm so happy that we were able to have her on Shawnee Talks Lifestyle today. Make sure that you go ahead and subscribe to Shawnee Talks Lifestyle to check back out this episode. Go follow Latanya at Glam and Grace Styling. She also has a wonderful list of people that she referred as well on there who have amazing resources too. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on next Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.